come in. So 4 years ago, it was in June. It was 4:23 p.m. No, sorry. I used to clock out at 4:23. It was 4:17, and there was riots outside.
Okay.
And so we were aware
around the 2020 riot area.
Yes.
Was that like a big deal down here?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
I know it was up north for sure.
We had to leave at the back side of the building. Usually, it was advised.
They were like They were right in front.
Right in front. It was peaceful.
Yeah.
But they were the LE was still like, maybe you guys in uniform should go out the other entrance. So we did.
Yeah, for sure.
And so there was the next day after the riots were kind of calming down. There was one gentleman that kind of stayed around. He was doing cartwheels and sit-ups all day. It was weird. The cameras were watching him. They were aware of his presence. He walked in at 4:17, 6 minutes before I was supposed to clock out. And our supervisor at the time was like, "Sir, this building is closed." So we closed at 4 during COVID.
Yeah.
Got him right in the face. I saw blood, and we work with firearms. So I see him making sure the gentleman doesn't disarm him. So he's in a fight or flight response of protecting himself.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's a little shocked and a little stunned. He just got punched in the face. We've been working here for 7 to 10 years. Nothing's really ever happened at that level. And I'm cleaning because we had to wipe down everything. I'm in the back on the cameras. I'm cleaning. I'm spraying things. I actually did not have a firearm at this time. And so I'm cleaning. I'm looking at what's going on, and my fight or flight response kicks in. Thankfully, I was already familiar with the fight or flight response from just being in my suit of armor.
Yeah.
Having that person in front of you that can strike at any moment, and then my Fight Club history. So my process wasn't one of fear. It was one of legality. What's happening here, and what do I do? So I'm like, this is self-defense. He's been struck. I see him bleeding. He's got a firearm. He could be disarmed at any time.
Yeah, definitely.
So I stepped in, and thanks to some of that experience, I put up a helmet guard. I took one of his hooks. I kept my chin tucked. I do remember him hitting me in the face. And I remember, you ever seen one of those like Ryan Reynolds movies where they're like, "Hey, I bet you wonder how we got here." All time froze. And I remember saying to myself, I said it twice, I just got punched in the face. And I remember going, I just got punched in the face. And then your instincts just kick in right there. My body went into autopilot. I wrapped my arm around his torso. I picked him up and I hip tossed him. But because there was 3 people fighting in one little area, I remember on the way down, I hit my head on like some barriers. I hit my head on 2 of them, and then I got a strawberry from the carpet. So I had a nice little scar there on the side of my head when I brought him down. And I remember it kind of shook me a little bit, and it might resonate with you. But when they pulled me off of him to handcuff him, he said, "We were supposed to be brothers," and that haunted me. That he was mentally ill. It turns out. I'll send you the article, but that haunted me because he really thought that I had betrayed him in that moment.
Yeah,
and just the look in his eyes, I think I struggled to sleep for like 3 days. And then I was like, but he's attacking people, So that was another thing, like back with my childhood, that I had to really kind of process. And it was an event. I was a hero for about 2 days until no one cared anymore. But it was cool, man. I was walking around the building, and everybody's like, "What's up, Chris?" I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but what's up?" And it was great. Everybody knew who I was for like 2 days.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
The next thing,
I remember people telling me about that story. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. And so working here, I don't know if you know how I ended up in the position that I'm in now. As you said, I'm a supervisor.
No, we talk. I know you're a supervisor.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we talk. The camera.
Okay.
We're on camera. Yeah.
So I used to be unarmed.
Yeah.
And because you got a lot of heroes on your channel, I'm not a hero. I don't have a combat MOS. So I only have like the educational portion of things. So I was denied a firearm. And after that event, I got my USCCA concealed carry certificate. And the deputies that watch us all day, they have our background checks. I'm sure they run them for fun. They were just watching me for 7 years work myself to the bone. I always said, "Hey, can we present getting me a firearm to the deputies and see if they'll let me do it?" And nobody ever wanted to entertain it. But we had Nathan, if you remember him, and he finally took that to them. Those deputies, they actually they pulled me aside. It was the lieutenant and the captain. They pulled me aside one day into a private room, and they're like, "Hey, man, we'll just hire you.